Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our season finale review show of The Shy, season 4. And I must say that life definitely is moving because it seems like just yesterday we were doing our season finale for season 3, and it was all well, and Keisha was found, and we left with the cliffhanger of Ronnie getting his head blown off right in front of Tracy in back of Smokey's, which used to be whatever. I forgot the name of the old restaurant. But anyway, this
Ronnie's.
yes,
Money's.
anyway, season 4, and we had the season finale yesterday, and it was an awesome cliffhanger. The show left us salivating for more. Like,
Yeah.
I got my illustrious two co-hosts here. Where, you know, I just say that the text that I received from Dwayne, it was very interesting because Dwayne. Well, I'll let Dwayne say it in his own words. How he felt about this episode, and then later in the day, Keisha how she felt, and then how I felt. Dwayne,
He probably watching it now.
no, he's not.
No, I will never watch that one again. I thought last week's would have been a better season finale. When Marcus getting beat down, and then you're not knowing if he gonna live or not.
So let me ask you guys.
Should have been the season finale. Last
'Cause I-
week should have been the season finale.
So Dwayne, you already rated the episode. You want to do it again early so everybody can hear your rating?
1.5.
1.5. You get a 1 just for being able to air on TV. So they get a
Give them a
0.5.
0.5 because they gave me at least one nice little outfit of Tracy, when she was at the podium and everything. So they did give me that. So that's the 0.5. Tracy. But it typical season 5 of The Shy. Somebody just said this is a blank canvas. Let's just throw shit at it. Like, let's just throw the most outlandish stuff at it. Let's just throw anything at it. Let's make she think that all of a sudden he family with Imani. Like, let's just do all that. He had some half-hearted. He went from a half-hearted
Accepting the lifestyle.
Listen,
to all of a sudden, that's your lover? No, that's your girl. No, that's family.
Let me finish my thought. He went from a half-hearted apology to saying, that's my family. All in the same episode. I got a question. I hope we got some ladies in the chat.
Yes, we do.
We got a lady on the panel. I need to know how the ladies feel about Tiff. How y'all feel about it?
Oh, I didn't like it. I felt like that would have been Emmett, not Tiff. Because I feel like this girl really loves him, right? So and she's a young girl. So even the thought that he was going to do right would lead her to be right. She would already feel like she got one up off of him. So as soon as she accepted, in the same breath, she's setting up a rendezvous with someone else. I don't know. I didn't see it as realistic. I didn't really like it.
Now,
Go
did
ahead.
she,
I'm listening.
did she set this thing up because she was mad at what Dante said to her? Ain't that his name?
She was definitely mad at what
upset.
Dante said to her because she thought that was her replacement.
Yes.
Like, some women ain't gonna leave until they already got something. They already got shop set up, and he don't want shop with her.
No.
I'm gonna
Right?
ask you guys.
He
He
like
said
what he doing.
he liked what he doing.
One of the concerns, and nobody's more critical on themselves, but I guess us three. I know we get to a point where we may feel like we gives no F's, but I know sometimes we always us three when we do have our conversations, we always be like, well, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I was thinking about the Shy really, really hard since yesterday's episode, and I was thinking about how the first two seasons literally was the best show on TV. And I used to always call like I said before, I used to always call Dwayne like, yo, you see it? You gotta see it, you gotta see it. And like how it is now, and I'm like, am I being too critical of this show? Like, because the characters haven't evolved. They changed, and it's a big difference. It's like the whole show would it's like the bait and switch game. You do this and I'll do this. If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. And it's like, what happened to the originality rating of this small little section of Chicago in these stories? I don't know. Like, it's like, Dwayne, I know you had some choice words, like maybe we're looking at it from because we're a little older now, but it was just 3 years ago.
I know, but I'm thinking maybe because I'm not like young, and they changed it when Brandon left. Um, it's funny, right? Police officers and police work was a main part of this show for the first 3 years of the show. First 2 years. Um, and now you trying to abolish police. Like, I don't get how they play such a big part of your show, and now all of a sudden you want to get rid of them. And
And
so
don't
now
even
what,
show them.
so now what happens, right? So now,
Or don't even show that it was a relationship between
right?
the police and the community. Because I think in the first season, the Spanish cop, I can't never remember his name, he had relationships with people in the
Yeah.
community. So how can you just write off these police officers who lived within the community? Because the talking point right now in the real universe is defund the police. I think that was kind of um you know
But
I feel like people don't think they could be black without being political.
Keisha, even if interesting statement, Keisha, the thing about it is, if you're going to use the political angle to fund the police, at least use it as basically not give them a blank check. Do what it really means, and allocate the resources. I mean, you even had Tracy who said during a press conference, said, "We want to abolish the police."
But do we, I mean, as a whole, right? I'm talking our community. Do we really know what it means?
No, I don't think we know what it means.
I don't
I don't
think she
think
knew
we
what it
know
was.
what defund the police means because, for the most part, most of the black people I know, they want the police. So
Just
what
want them
does
to be better.
what does defund the police really mean? So I think she fell into the narrative of a sect of that party, and that's what she played on it.
Yeah,
Um,
it just seems very I don't know if it's the writers. Like I told you guys, it's the actors. I like the actors. They seem like they got personality. I'm very disappointed. Last season we were disappointed. We was like, it got us through. But The Shy has been renewed for season 5, and
but why?
the way I feel right now is why, and we're not even gonna do a show.
Well, here's the thing, right? So they go down these roads, right? They showed none of Duda being in the streets, right? They didn't show what Trig did in the streets for Duda. And at the end of season 3, he was saying, "Yo, you gonna work for me? You gonna?" And then they didn't even go down that road. He became a crusader. Trig became like the positive male role model we was looking for. They put that on Trig. Like, he's there for everybody now. People going to him for advice. He's the one that's leading up
First
the
of all,
streets. Like, it just
that whole Trig and Duda's relationship is unbelievable.
yeah.
I mean, because in reality, Duda killed Reg. So I don't foresee him and Trig having this relationship. But moving past the fantasy, I don't think Duda would have accepted it like he accepted it.
He wouldn't have just
He
walked
was
off.
too like defeated and beat almost.
I mean, that was Mayor Perry who was defeated. Duda don't get defeated like that. I think that was a little crazy. Duda would have, even though I know that we know he loves Jake, he'd have told Trig, "I'll kill everybody in your family before I leave."
I mean, that's how he comes across to me. He doesn't come across as this sensitive, like, I don't know. I don't see him he may not have done nothing to Jake, but he already killed Reg. You know, he knew Jake was there. You know, when you really look at it, Reg wasn't stand up, but Reg was stand up. Like, he was taking care of his little brother. He wasn't like no 30-year-old adult. And he was dropping money off and making sure his crackhead mother was okay. Like, what? I mean, for someone who had no guidance, he was doing okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't care about that.
Yeah, it just seems like
I just
the writers were all over the place.
And season 5 is written already.
It is.
That's what she said when I was scrolling on Instagram today.
Oh boy.
I would love to.
I mean, Keisha. Now, Dwayne said to me, we all text the same thing. We didn't care if the Shy was to come back on, but Dwayne said something else to me, Keisha, that I ain't think I told you. And Dwayne said, "Where do they go from here? Like, where do they go? What's the storyline going into next year?"
They're gonna have to work on Dre and Nina, but they don't go in the end. So they're gonna work on that off screen, and we're not gonna know what happened.
Who's the mayor?
Oh, the wife. The wife is taking over.
How?
When does that happen?
Some cities don't have deputy mayors, but some do. But I've never seen where the wife takes over because the mayor done got missing.
When was she the deputy mayor?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
If some cities have a deputy mayor, but I just would think this is Chicago. Like, the mayor just disappears.
Okay, so what's going on with the Trap House? What is Amani doing with the Trap House? What's up with that?
I'm still. What's Brandon cousin name that sold the weed?
I forget. They stopped showing him.
What happened to him? He didn't leave.
He was the supplier.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
So Tiff just gonna keep with this open marriage thing, even though, you know, she wanted him to admit he was never gonna cheat. And then when he put it back on her, she was like, "Never's a tough word." Well, chick, never was 5 minutes for you.
So how do y'all feel about that Tiff thing? I know, Dwayne, you had wanted to know from a woman's point of view, and then Keisha explained it. I thought it was kind of odd. Like, even Tiff's character, if you follow her the first 2 seasons, and even last year, like Keisha said, Tiff was always down with Emmett. And like this season with the whole open marriage thing it was just weird. Keisha,
so let me tell you what I didn't like. I didn't like the tiny bit. Did not.
Okay.
The tiny bit of flirting between Emmett and Keisha. I didn't like it. And y'all know I'm a Emmett and Keisha fan. I didn't like it. So now you didn't turn Emmett back to who he was.
I mean, I thought, you know, like I said in the opening, I don't think none of the characters grew. They just changed. But Emmett was the one character, him and Kevin, because Emmett, Brandon, Kevin, and the other two boys. This show's basically based on them. And if you look at the growth of Emmett, you'd be like, yeah, he grew into a man, got responsibility. His mother put him out, kids, the baby mothers. And then now all of a sudden he's getting to this marriage and he's trying to do right. And like we've seen the emotional side of the actor, and it's like, why would you strip him now of that good part of being married? He's got to now deal with Tiff after in the middle of the night getting dressed.
Sneaking out of his bed, going on another man's bed.
How long is that gonna last? He ain't no dummy.
I don't know.
Is his father.
I mean, Keisha, you said that she said season 5 was written already.
Yep. I hope she lying. I'm hoping. I wanted to touch back on why people may feel. I feel like people are uncomfortable and not giving their real life reviews of The Chi.
Anybody in the chat that want to chime in, how do you guys feel about The Chi? How do you feel about this season? How do you feel about the 3 seasons
I don't
preceding?
think it's possible to like 1 and 2. If you were really into it and you really like that season, to like this season. Now, if you like melodramas or soap operas or telenovas, like I can see maybe that you would like it, but
like
it's not in the same vein to me as The Corner or The Wire or even Power. But when in the first 2 seasons, I thought, yeah, this can be, not all of the violence and all of that, but it could be on the same level.
Yeah, well, I think you just brought up a very good point. And this is what I said to Quentin about us being a little bit more seasoned now. Like, I'm closer to 50 than I am 40. And we came up on a time where there was good TV and there was good writing and things made sense. And now we're in this basketball, wives, loving hip hop, remaking movies from the 70s and all this type of era where these young cats are all on the shot. And I'm just going to say it like I feel it. I think black people are afraid to knock black shows because we want to see them on TV. Now, listen, I want to see them on TV too, but I want them to get excellence. I want excellence, okay? And the first 2 seasons of The Chi was black excellence. And my thing is, you should have just recasted Brandon. You should have never killed him off. You should have just recasted him. Movies and shows recast people all the time. Like, you should have just recasted him.
That would have been a better film.
He was such an integral part in the first 2 seasons that you basically had to, because you took out 4 characters basically because of him.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this too, and this might be a tiny bit while we're too hard. We do have some relationships with the independent movie scene in New Jersey. And we see how hard that they're working, especially the writers. So I think that in a way could probably make us judge it a little harsher because you feel like, well, they might as well go give them a chance.
But Keisha, I believe that you're right and you're correct. Being that we do have friends and family that's involved with movie making. But one of the things is when you step into that arena, we should expect greatness. We should be wanting to raise the bar. We should expect like, yo, you in there. Like I feel like Lena, and I don't know. I always just Lena Waithe always seemed like she was okay to me. So when I found out she was making a show about Chi, and then Common was down with it, and then I seen the actors, I'm like, oh, I can get behind this. I'm gonna watch it. And then the first 2 seasons, to be perfectly honest with you, they blew me away. And it's like now, I feel bad. I feel bad sometimes. Like we gotta be honest on our critique and be like, yo, it was trash.
You want us to ease up sometime.
Yeah, in all honesty, I'll be like, yo, and then I'll look at other blogs and I'll be like, What are they seeing that we're not seeing? Are we being honest? And I believe we're being honest, and I believe we're critiquing the show as we see it. Some of the stuff don't add up. I mean, I told Dwayne, I told Dwayne earlier, Keisha, on the phone. I have a I have a hard time in the 4 years that the Shy been on that we have not heard not one club song. That's Chicago. House music in Chicago, New York, and Jersey. Everybody knows that. Like you ain't heard nothing.
Here's an example of where Lena Waithe and the writers think we're fools. Okay? You got a character like Dom, okay? Had sex with Emmett, now's dating Emmett's father, right? Co-owner of Smokies with Emmett. Co-owner of Edibles with Tiff. And then you hear no more about her after episode 3. Where is she? When everybody got together for Jada's celebration and she's supposed to be Darnell's girlfriend, how do you not explain her not being there?
Yeah.
Now we all know in real life that she moved on to stars with 50 in that show BMF that's coming out. But this was before all that, right?
Maybe they just didn't pay her because I
Lena,
don't know.
Lena said that it was a scheduling issue, and even Candy wasn't supposed to be in the season finale. But then she was like, "Yeah, I could be there." It showed up because of the scheduling issue. But still, I'm like more like Dwayne. If you know that you're gonna make this episode the finale, and the way it ended like it was a series finale, like it was the end of the Shy. That you would have had all the actors. I'm surprised they didn't even have a nostalgic Ronnie come from out of nowhere in a halo or something. Because honestly, when you think about how it ended, I believe, like y'all, we wouldn't have cared if it came back on or not. Like what he
Now,
was having this block party, Papa was giving this silhouette and this great story about his town, and he's originally from Chicago, so it's like,
listen, I don't mean to beat a
I
dead.
didn't understand. That was just throwing Papa a bone. That part was not needed.
No, and I hate to beat a dead horse. You should have ended the season with Marcus getting beat down. Is Marcus going to die? Da-da-da. What's going to happen?
Oh, so you looking for a Dallas cliffhanger?
But I'm just
Who
saying
killed JR?
that would have been
Well-
a better cliffhanger.
well, Keisha, some of the actors said prior expect the cliffhanger. That was not a cliffhanger. That was the ending.
What was a cliffhanger? What was supposed to be the cliffhanger?
It left me
Nothing.
scratching my head more than anything. It left me with major questions.
You know what's funny? That's you never be watching something.
Alright.
You'll be watching something and you'll be like a half an hour in and you know it's a 43-minute show and you start looking at your watch like it's about to end. Let it get good.
They got
It
poor
got
Kev-
to the credits. It got to the credits. I'm realizing it's over. And I'm like, this was trash.
They got poor Kev thinking he gonna have booty under the roof whenever he wanted. And it ain't gonna be like that.
Even that was odd. I doubt that Kev would have been sleeping on the couch, number one. And Nina would have put up more resistance. Like my son and this girl have a liking to each other. Why would I put her in the house?
Nina just want Dre back.
Yeah.
You know, she want to do whatever she got to do because she want Dre back. She knows she made a mistake. But it just, I just think let the series go, Lena. Like, let it go because, but again, you look at these reviews, you look at the Shy was this and it was that. And I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, huh? It was?
And for those in the chat, anybody that's going to watch the rebroadcast, remember the name of this episode was "Raisin in the Sun." Had nothing
To do with Raisin in the Sun.
Nothing to do with Raisin in the Sun.
See, she tried to get too cutesy with the one-liners and good trouble. And
she annoying.
And soul food. And she called one Love Jones. And like, come on, Lena, this shit. I'm sorry. It's corny. Like, come on, man. What are you trying to accomplish? Taking shots at Paul R. Kelly. Leave that man alone. Leave the aura alone.
And that's even funny because if you know anything about Chicago, is they do not criticize each
They
other.
do not.
It doesn't seem like it. But
Do not.
again, was she forced to do that?
Probably.
Mm.
Now let me ask you a question: does Showtime feel forced to keep it on the air?
Keisha, that was a question
Because
Dwayne asked me earlier.
they
Because
see that HBO re-up Insecure for one more year. That Stars got P-Valley, BMF, the Power Universe. What other thing does Showtime really have to still be up there with the other networks?
they don't really have black programming.
Right. So it doesn't seem like they're really pandering to our community.
Right.
So they probably so y'all think because of that they probably give her because I don't know. I didn't look at the ratings for this season. Last season they did all right, even though we had thought that last season wasn't
I'm
that
thinking
good.
they're doing all right now.
Last season was a pandemic. You know what? They are doing all right, Q. They're not struggling. It's this younger generation. The younger generation likes it.
No, I see some old hoes liking it too, like our age and above.
Oh, Scott, why they gotta be that?
I don't know. It just came out.
Yeah,
I don't know you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit nicer than Dwayne. I'm gonna give this episode a 2, and I'm gonna give this season. I'm giving this season a 3.
well, you know.
Oh, okay.
But my man Marshawn Lynch, what they said to Marshawn Lynch, this is a family show, and I'm a family guy, right? So I give this
I like
season,
Marshawn Lynch.
I give this season a D. Give it a D. I give it a D. I won't give it an F. I won't flunk it.
I'll give the episode a 1.75, and I'll give the season a C minus.
Okay.
I mean, I like the Emmett and his mom stuff, and the Darnell and Emmett. I liked all of that. So
No, the Emmett Jada relationship. See that relationship evolved. We noticed in the 4 seasons, and it's good to see how Emmett is more responsible. But the Tiff thing is like that's like gonna be like knee crippling, yo. He might lose the way he was losing it. This dude was having sex and couldn't even concentrate on the open marriage thing. So I know if they bring that back and he find out she's stepping out on him, he might lose it.
And God forbid cancer resurface with his mother. He can't handle nothing.
You know what I think they're gonna do? I don't think the Sway thing gonna last, and I think they're gonna
Darnell.
Put Darnell back with Jada.
No,
I think it's gonna happen.
They was having sex last year.
Yeah, they're gonna put them back.
Some people are just good to have sex with, not be in a relationship with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the FYI.
Listen, exactly, and Tiff forgot that. Tiff forgot that when she went to Dante asking him. He was like, "Nah."
Well, yeah, I agree. I was just talking about as far as Darnell.
Yeah. He was like,
What'd you say, Keisha?
He said,
I don't think Darnell should be back. What's
Jada?
Yeah, Darnell and Jada. That's over and done with.
Dante said, "I'm that N-word you call. You just call. I'm not."
When your son need a haircut and you can't get him to your barber, I'm the one you call.
Listen, he even said he'd give her a little change if she was short on the bill. Yeah. Listen, I need a Dante in my life.
No, honestly, what's funny about the Dante role is he's a decent actor. They just didn't give him nothing this year. They should have expanded his role because he can, with who he's married to, he can act a little bit.
He can act, and I thought he explained what a ninja was.
On the side. A side. You got to explain the side.
Oh, a side ninja. Because
he said, I'm not your husband.
And to a T. He might even care about it a little bit.
A little bit. He gave us some pizza.
Yeah, but they got rolls.
Yeah,
I need a Dante.
And then listen, I'm looking at Sheed, and all I see Sheed, and all I see is little Michael Jackson. And the Simba boy.
Simba?
Like, I can't take him seriously.
He won from one episode, niggas, you gay, to 3 episodes later talking about that's family.
And why they keep using the same kid every year to do some bit scene?
He must be Lena's cousin or something.
This the same kid that shot Roddy, okay? The same kid that shot.
Okay,
Roddy.
so and I thought he was going to shoot Simba.
He looked back
because he shot Roddy. So I thought
that was going to be the cliffhanger.
You know what I thought?
Still looking for it.
It's funny you say that because you know what I thought was going to happen. I thought he was going to pull out, and instead of hitting Sheed, he was going to hit Amani. I thought she was going to get shot right there.
You know what Trick done been through? They better not put Trick through nothing else.
I thought he was going to get shot right there.
So Keisha, what did you give the season?
A C-.
He gave it a C.
And Dwayne gave it a D?
I give it a D.
And I gave it a 3, so mine's a D too.
Not only did I give it a D, I'm putting it on academic probation.
I'm gonna ask you guys. I noticed somebody said that they put a lot of stuff in the trailer that they misled. I don't even remember the trailer.
Yeah,
usually I remember stuff. I don't know. What are we gonna do? Hopefully next season.
What they gonna do with Papa? What they gonna do with
Papa and Maisha serve no role in the show going forward.
Right.
He gonna be assistant manager at Smokies.
So now so Jake and Jim are just gonna be good, even though she know Jake people beat her father down. It
wasn't really Jake people. It was Otis Perry.
Yeah, but that's Jake.
See, I could switch too.
That's Jake.
Very interesting.
Though.
I mean, but I don't know why she forgave Trig and ain't watched the tape.
Yeah, that's
weird.
Took that she had sense enough to take the tape out. But if it is a tape, it does exonerate him from the murder. He called how could they really lock him up if he called the ambulance? Yeah. I mean, he ain't getting no statement, but he did everything in his power to save him.
I just don't.
I thought that whole little thing was dumb.
I don't like her voice. I don't like how grown they tried to make her. I don't like her attitude towards her father. I just don't like Jim. Don't bring her back. I could do without her.
Oh, she coming back.
Don't bring the season back.
I wanted her to go with her mother or something. I wanted her pops to die.
First of all, Jimmy would get on Jake's nerves from what I imagine.
Jake gonna be tired.
He's too young to just be ignoring her. Like that, that comes with time to master that skill.
So look, we gonna close this puppy out, y'all.
No,
there's no need to talk about it no more. We done gave it the ratings. It's nothing there. Well, you guys could finish talking about it.
What's up with the Christian dude, man?
What Christian dude?
The Christian dude. The dude Christian, Keisha's boyfriend.
Weird.
Him
something seems off.
Something seemed off with that cat, right? Oh, I'm not gonna get you one. I'll get her. Emmett was like, "Yeah, man, give me a drink too." Oh no, I'm not gonna get you a drink.
It was weird. That whole dialogue was supposed to be, how Dwayne shooting the dozens, but it just seemed like he would have went and got the man a drink. Like, I'm not getting just seemed weird.
Who may have said that and still brought the drink back?
Yeah, man,
I don't know.
All right, man.
She need a boyfriend now. He treated good.
Basically,
that. We'll talk about that offline. What I feel about that.
Basically, before I close this out, I give Lena Waithe a shot of finger.
He give a what?
I give it the finger.
Oh.
With that, we're gonna close the show.
Good night.
It's been a pleasure putting on for you guys, talking about the review
of
the Shy second season. We did the Shy together. It's been a pleasure. We continue with what we're reviewing next, and with that, thanks for everybody in the chat. And as Dwayne said, Lena Waithe, screw you.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Please continue to join us here for conversations on hot topics, interviews with special guests, and our featured programs such as the Poetry Corner, where you can hear dope poets from around the country creating that Poet Cafe vibe. and Crown Rules, our virtual book club on love, intimacy, and healthy relationships. Let's Talk. We are everywhere you want to be. Follow us on YouTube at Let's Talk, Facebook at Let's Talk, and on Instagram at Let's Talk 1931. Have a suggestion? Give us a call at 570-795-4283. Or for business inquiries, please email us at ltalk5600@gmail. Let's talk. I wore to you, you wore to me, and we go together. Please don't forget to like, share, follow, or subscribe.